Hey guys, welcome back to Help Me Understand. I'm Michelle,
I'm Melissa.
and we really want to thank you guys for tuning in on our last video. We had a lot of fun, and we're just hoping to keep it going, have a lot of good conversations from here on out. And I hope you guys like our next topic in this video. So,
Yeah. And thank you guys for all the support. Really, we got a lot of good feedback. So thank you for everyone that reached out to us.
And we would definitely appreciate more feedback, more comments, more
questions.
Yes, anything.
And we can talk about past episodes and just talk about it.
Yeah. So we're going to just get right into it.
Friendships.
Friendships.
Those are pretty hard.
A lot.
Very difficult. I think friendships is a very tough topic because it's a lot to cover. There's so many ins and outs of friendships.
Different types of friendships.
And it's just a lot, I think. But let's just get into it. So we had mentioned this on our Instagram story. So please watch out for our social media questions and everything. So I'm going to start off by asking you, what is a friend to you?
A friend to me. I feel like, honestly, there's a big difference between like a best friend and just a friend. I feel like a friend is somebody, obviously you have a different relationship with all your friends. This is different dynamics and stuff, but to generalize a little bit, I feel like a friend is just somebody that, you can talk to about anything. Y'all can kick it together. It's not no weird energy, no animosity, no jealousy. It's just, y'all friends. Y'all may not talk every day. Y'all may not even tell each other all y'all business, but, like you got certain friends like, oh, I know I can go to talk to her if she give really good advice, or I know I can go to her because she's a really good friend. She can kick it. We can have fun. So just a regular friend is really what y'all make the friendship, but it just really comes down to, being loyal and supporting each other and just being there for each other, really.
Okay, well, let's do that. Let's try to figure out all the different types of friends. So you have acquaintances, which is just somebody you talk to, say hi every once in a while.
Yeah.
And then you have a friend, and that's what you thought a friend. I agree. I think a friend is just someone you probably vibe with in some type of way, and you have some type of connection, or you're just cool people.
Yeah.
And then, you have your best friend. I think people would, say you have, your guy best friend and then girl best friend. And you have your bros and your sisters and your ride or dies and family. all the little
rollies.
Yes, and I feel like everybody probably has a different definition for each of those and everything.
So let's get into the different definitions. So let's what's a best friend to you? What do you feel like?
A best friend to me, so hard. I think a best friend is very genuine.
Yeah.
You know each other. You know each other's ins and outs. That's your best friend.
It's like sisters.
Yeah, it's like a little, your best friend's it's hard to describe because I think by knowing what a friend is and all these, I think it's more of emotions kind of.
Yeah.
More than I feel like it's hard to answer.
Yeah.
But what do you think a best friend is?
I mean, I feel like personally, obviously you're my best friend. And I just feel like best friends talk all the time. If I don't hear from her, that's the issue. You know what I mean? I need to hear from you. We gotta talk every day. But best friend, you talk to him about everything. Ain't no reason you feel like you can't talk to him about stuff. I'm telling you, all the deep dark secrets, everything about me. The ins and outs. So I feel like that's, and then along with the other stuff kicking in, all that stuff. But that just comes with it. But yeah, how do you feel about guys having girl best friends?
I don't think it's a problem. And I guess I would say because a little bit of myself, growing up, I was always closer with boys.
Dudes, yeah.
And literally until you got to the age where everybody started actually liking each other and stuff. But I have always been closer to males, and I still am a little bit. And so
Yeah.
I've never thought it's a problem because I've never ran into any problems.
Any issues. Yeah, I think it's pretty complicated. Like, me personally, I just feel like if I, meet a guy and we're dating now and you've had these female friends way before me, I wouldn't even ask you to like cut them off or like, I wouldn't even be skeptical about it until you give me a reason to be skeptical about it. I'm cool. It shouldn't even be an issue. Like, at the end of the day, it's nothing wrong with different sexes being friends. Like, it's possible. You can literally have a girl guy best friend and it don't even have to be on that level. But I just feel like if you have an issue with, like, a girl has an issue with her boyfriend having girlfriends, I just feel like you're now projecting your own insecurities onto them, onto their relationships. You're insecure about the relationship. You don't trust that person, and that's on you. You shouldn't get into a relationship with somebody if you don't trust them. Like, if you don't, that shouldn't even be a thing. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I kind of just feel like you kind of setting yourself up for failure. But I mean, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it as long as ain't nothing crazy going on.
Yeah, and I do remember asking this on my own Instagram that one time, and I got a lot of feedback from this question. And I had a couple males said, so one of my friends has said, what if you're in a relationship and then like you develop a new girl or guy best friend? Would you be mad then? And this person said, like, that's if they have best friends or friends before them, it's okay. But like, there's no new ones. What? And I thought that was kind of an interesting take that he had on that. But I don't know, I kind of agree a little bit. Because, I mean, if we're in a relationship, we have our own friends already, but we're probably all together. And yeah, it might that strangely come along, but I don't know. That's weird. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's kind of weird.
For me, I feel like it really just depends on the situation. Like, who is this female? How did y'all become friends? So at the end of the day, I really like to express the fact that we are our own people. We are our own individuals. We have our lives outside of our relationship.
Oh, for sure.
I don't even feel comfortable telling you can't go out here and meet new people. Like, that's not my place. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm not with you. Like, you're not obligated to be up in my space 24/7. Honestly, I don't even want that. Like, you can go ahead and live your life. I'll live my life. But I feel like I'm just that person, and until you give me a reason to think otherwise or feel differently, I'm cool. But if I find out something, it's over with. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's sad because some people probably do hide that, like, oh, this is my best friend, like, and no, they're absolutely messing with that person. I've seen that happen.
Yeah, like,
it happens. So that is a scary thought.
Yeah.
Oof.
It is very scary.
But yeah.
I don't know. But I just personally, I have to build a relationship with your friends. I have to, not saying your friends got to be my friends, because that can cause problems, but I have to know you somewhat, get a feel for you, be around you, but if I could just feel like you that type of female that's about to be on that, like, you know what I mean, like, trying to get with my dude, I might have to have a talk with you about that. A talk.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true.
So, what else we got here?
I know. You also have friends
with
benefits. So you have friends that you actually do mess with.
Yeah.
And out of my own friends, I know that a lot of people also say they can't do friends with benefits.
Yeah.
They feel like sometimes it will eventually turn into something, or
I feel like, everybody ain't built for it. You know what I mean? You have to be built for it. That's something that you kind of have to detach, like, your feelings, and more so just, this is what we're here for. It has to be boundaries. It definitely has to be boundaries. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I think of friends with benefits, it's like, only reason we talking is because of that. We shouldn't be having no conversation outside of what's going on here. Because for what? We already established what we're doing. We're only linking up to do that. You know what I mean?
Well, what about the friends part?
Well, yeah, we friends, but like, when we about to be kicking it or something? Like, I don't know. See, that, I just feel like that's just a little, I don't know. It's more. It's just like, you know what I mean? When I think of friends and benefits, like, we cool, we see each other in person, we speak, you know, it's nothing more, nothing less. But if it goes anything beyond that, I feel like that's when you're kind of like breaking those boundaries a little bit. Yeah. And that's how feelings can get involved. If I'm spending time with you outside of doing the do, getting to know somebody initially, if you're feeling them, and then, you know, sex is involved, that's how feelings are created. Yeah. Because, you know, I'm hanging out, spending time with you. I really enjoy your conversation. I really enjoy your sex. So now I'm feeling like
developing.
Yeah, now I feel like I want to be with you or something. Like, no, it has to be boundaries. It can't be too much, because then that's when things get involved, and then you get jealous when they start messing with, like, it's just messy.
Then it gets messy.
Yeah, you can't be the type of person that tries to do something like that. You know,
it's not for everybody.
Yeah, and you know you catch feelings bad, or you know what I mean. Like, you can't be doing that, man. But it's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But that just ain't for you.
No, I agree. Okay, so let's go back to regular friends. Okay. So, I'll just ask you a few questions about. So, do you think friends can be, or actually, do you think a friend can be a soulmate?
Oh yeah, definitely. It can be like, I believe in platonic soulmates, because it's like, you know, y'all here with it. It's more than just an emotional thing, or it's a mental connection. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like. And then, like, you meet those people who is just like you, like your other person, and it's just like, wow, like, we really fit together. And that could just be a friend. Don't even have to be, you know, on no other type of level. But, you know, this is like, okay, this is going to be my friend for the rest of my life. I feel like that's a friend soulmate. Like, I know we're going to be friends for forever. No matter what we go through, we argue, we going to pick right back up where we left off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think friends can be soulmates. I think that, because it's just, or I think this soulmate, it's probably like your best friend, and like it's just an unbreakable bond that, you know, is genuine, and like you said, like, you will be friends forever. Yeah. Like, so I definitely believe in it. I know some people don't, but they just think like your soulmate is just like the love of your life. Or some people only think you can have one.
No, you can have multiple. Like, you definitely can have multiple. They out there. Mm-hmm. Find them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, let's dive into some friendships of our own. Like, how was your life growing up with friends?
Honestly, I just feel like I didn't really have a lot of friends, to be honest, like, growing up. Like, I had some, but it was just like, I feel like I ain't never really, like, the friend that I did consider to be, like, close to me did a lot of messed up stuff to me, you know what I mean? But at the time, being so young and not realizing it, you know what I mean, that what we were going through, like, this wasn't okay. Like, I shouldn't be treated like this by a friend. Like, I'm getting belittled, or, you know, this person is making me feel like they're above me, you know what I mean? That's not okay. A friend should never make you feel less than them, because at the end of the day, we on the same level. But, like, I feel like I didn't have a lot of friends because girls just bring, just a lot of drama. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of drama. Like, that's why I said with you, like, I had a lot of male friends growing up. But then once I got, like, to high school, you know, they all want to date you and be with you. And it's just like, dude, why can't we just chill and just be? That's so annoying. Like, that is so annoying. Like, why does it have to always be some ulterior motive? You know what I mean? Why can't we just be friends? Like, why do we always have to do other things? But, so, I don't know. Like, it's hard to keep friends, you know what I mean? Because a lot of females, like, as soon as y'all get into that, like, little debacle, it's like you want to hold a grudge, or you don't want to talk to me, or you don't want to talk it out or fix it. And I feel like I'm the type of person I am, like, if we going through something, I have to talk it out. I cannot just act like it just never happened. Like, I can't, if you do something that's bothering me, I have to let you know.
Because, especially if it bothers you.
Exactly. And as my friend, you should know that, hey, I really didn't appreciate what you just did to me.
Or something's bothering you.
Exactly. So it's just like, but a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't sit and talk about the issues and come to a consensus to the point where it's just like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. You understand where I'm coming from. We gonna squash it. We good. Like,
even if we do disagree.
But it's okay to disagree. Like, we don't have to agree as long as you respect where I'm coming from and I respect where you coming from.
Right.
You don't even have to be nothing more than that. But I don't know. And then females are sneaky, especially when it comes to like guys and stuff, like, or people that you with. Whew. Like, you know, it's just not okay. And that's another thing. Girl code. Like, don't you ever, especially if y'all are close, I just cannot excuse that behavior. Not at all. Like, I can't excuse that. You don't ever mess with your friends' dudes. You don't ever do that. That's just not okay. Like, that's not even something I would even think about doing. You know what I mean? Like, like, if you really, that's why I feel like females just be having friends just to have them. Because if you really value somebody's friendship, you know what I mean, you wouldn't even think about doing that to that person. It doesn't even cross your mind. Exactly. Like, any person that my friends dating, I'm automatically gonna look at you like my brother. Ain't nothing more, nothing less. Like, this is my little brother. This is my, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we can talk about that a little bit. Girl code and guy code. So, girl code and guy code are very much different. Yeah. We know that. Boys are so much different.
Bruh.
I feel like boys just,
they pick and choose. I feel like females that they really care about, it's like, nah, bruh, she off limits. Mm-hmm. But the ones that's just like, they be like, go ahead,
I don't care.
Do what you do.
But I feel like nah. But some boys, and I know personally, me growing up, and I've seen it, especially being close with a lot of friends, especially in high school, we had some of our boys, they were close, and, like, they did care, but they wouldn't say something, or just men just are sneaky. Yeah. So they, you know,
go behind their back. Yeah. Just, it's the same thing. It's just like, it's just not okay. But, like, I feel like guys should care about that type of stuff. Like, you should care, especially if you consider him to be your friend. Like, you should care. You shouldn't even want your friend to be, that's mad weird. Like, imagine you were dating somebody and then, like, your friend come around and start dating them and you still being friends with them. Now your ex just all in your face 24/7. Like, I just couldn't even, I'm like, you know what? Y'all can just go ahead and have it. Like, I'm, you know what I mean? I'm cool.
I will say, again, this was one of the questions I had asked on my Instagram one day. And one response was they felt like if they were over the person genuinely and, like, it just didn't work out and my friend and them are a better match, then she felt like, she said she just would not care because she is over this person and they just click better. And some people would disagree.
That's sus. Because it's just like, so what was you doing when we was in it together? How were you looking at him like, ooh, I want him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, were y'all secretly exchanging eyes, like looks and stuff? Like, I just wouldn't be able to trust that. Like, that's just weird to me. Like, even if I am over the person, I just can't. Like, no. And it's funny because, like, I've had friends that, like, because, you know, we all, if we see a dude, we be like, oh, he cute, we gonna immediately show up to our friends to make sure that they ain't never tried to talk to him or they ain't been in their DMs. Like, well, I know me and her do, like, this dude in my DMs, you ever talked to him before? Because I can't even tell you how many times dudes have tried to talk to us. And I'm just be like, dude, y'all know we friends, but they don't care. But it's just funny. But, like, even if we was like, oh, yeah, he was in my DMs, but go ahead, we'd be like, nah, I'm good. I'm cool. Like, I don't even if it didn't even go nowhere, like, I'm cool. But it's just weird because, like, not all girls are like that, though. Like, not all of them are. Some of them are like, yeah, girl, go ahead. And they're like, okay, girl. But not me. I ain't going.
Yeah, and I would say, so that's a part of girl code. Like, we don't mess with anybody who's mess with each other. What's some other girl code things?
Some other girl code stuff, friend stuff. Or do's and don'ts,
yeah.
Don't, if somebody's talking about me and you're in the vicinity, you either better walk away or say something. If you just sitting there while somebody is bad mouthing me and I found out about it, we're no longer friends. Because I just feel like I'm going to defend my friend's honor, in whether they or not. Like, you know what I mean? You're not about to sit up here and talk about my friend in my face. Like, that's just not going to happen, like, at all. And I just feel like if you do, I'm really going to question. You can say that, oh yeah, I didn't say anything. I just sat there and listening, but you reporting everything back to me, like, no, I'm going to feel like you probably engaged in the conversation as well. You probably said a little bit something, like, you just don't talk about you. Don't let your people friends talk about you behind your back, and don't talk about your friends behind your back, because that's just messed up.
What about friends? So let's say we're friends, right? But I made a friend. Do you feel like I should include her?
Oh, yeah. Okay, see, a lot of females do have a problem with, like, their friends, especially, like, their best friends having other friends.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't mind, but if it gets to the point where I'm like, you're not, like, hanging out with me anymore, or, like, I'm getting excluded from all these activities, like, it's nothing wrong if you just want to kick it with that friend one day, but it's just, like, if y'all always doing fun stuff and kicking it, and, like, I'm never getting invited, I'm going to feel some kind of way. Yeah, like, I'm going to feel some kind of way. Like, not saying it has to be all the time, but especially if y'all, like, I feel like going on trips and stuff like that, and you're not inviting me, no, I'm going to feel some kind of way. Or just doing fun stuff. But, like, maybe if y'all just, like, chilling or doing something, like, you know, just chilling, like, then that's fine, too. But
and I guess it depends on, like, I probably, a lot of that, like, wouldn't want my, like, best friend to do.
Yeah.
Like, my friends, sure. Like, we're just friends. But, like, if my best friend is, like, just being so close with this other person and, like, not including me, I would think that's a little weird, because we should all be best friends because we care about each other. We should include each other, you know. Yeah. And I think that's a lot of issues that has happened. It's happened in our friend group, you know. And so I just think, and with that, people forget who's been there first. And I think that's very, like, important, like, for real, because some people will be best friends, get a new best friend, and forget all about them. But as soon as that person do you dirty,
you want to come back.
Or now you screw. And it's like, but you forgot who had your back all them times, you know? Yeah. And so it's like people just don't think. And I just think that's about also but your morals and, you know, goals and like all of that. I think it has something to do, your morals and views, because it's just like moral. Like, you just don't do that. It's just like not something you do. But
like, I don't care. You can have friends, and I feel like when it comes to, like, if I make a new friend, I'm automatically I'm gonna make sure they meet and try to become friends as well. But then again, you know, sometimes that just doesn't work out and it just doesn't mesh, and
that's happened.
And that's happened to us, and it's just like yeah.
And you gotta be real. You gotta
tell I've had a friend that came around with her friend, and she told me, like, yeah, I don't like her. And I was like, you know what? Now I have to question this a little bit. Because, like, if she don't like you, I don't know. I'm low key like, damn, like.
Yeah, and I'm a nice person. Like, I'm cool with everybody. And I'm like, if I feel something off a little bit, like, no. And I'm the type of person, I'm gonna be like, well, y'all can go have fun.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Like, I'll sit here, I'll relax. Like, y'all go ahead and have a good time.
But for real, like, no.
But, okay, so what are some things, like, what is going to make you end a friendship?
What's something that made me end a friendship? I feel like if I feel like I'm being manipulated, like, in our friendship, like, if I feel like I'm always going out my way for you and it's not getting, like, nothing in return, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, if I'm always doing stuff, because, like, you know, if any of my friends need anything, a ride, money, something like that, like, I got you, like, we'll figure it out. But it's like, if I just know, like, say if I'm giving a girl a ride constantly all the time, like, I'm not your chauffeur. Like,
taking advantage.
Yeah, like, don't do that. Like, stuff like that. Or just, like, talking about me, bad-mouthing me. Like, you know, especially I feel like girls do that. Like, if me and a girl was to, like, and it happens a lot, like, if I was to get into it with a girl, we have a disagreement, and now she feel like she got to go talk shit. Like,
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she got to go talk to somebody about it. And it's just like, no, you can talk to me, and we can figure it out. Like, you don't even have to be no big thing. And then, like, some girls like to go on social media. Oh, my God. Like, if I found out you tweeting, like, you subtweeting me.
I'm like, what?
I'm like, are you serious? Like, I'm going to immediately screenshot you and send it to you, like, and then girls like, if the shoe fits, all right now. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to do that. Just let me know.
One for me, like, I'm a liar. I'm ending a friendship if you lie.
Oh, yeah, lying. Yeah.
Like, that's all friends, anybody. I don't like liars whatsoever. So I have to end a friendship over that. And I agree, like, reciprocation, you know, just reciprocate, you know, how our friendship is. But, and I think that's also going back, that's why people use friend and best friends so easily.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you should really watch who you say that about, because
everybody is your friend.
Yeah, and they should know who you are and, like, know your background, know how you act, know how you are. So in certain situations, you know how to move too. And I think that's what people consider best friends, you know. And I think that's important to realize. And I think it just goes back on, loyalty. You know, I'm ending the friendship over loyalty. That's a value for me. Loyalty is huge. And
don't be telling my business.
If you telling my business or just anything, talking shit, yeah, like, all of that,
it's no good. It's
no good. Because I think especially if you're, like, my best friend, like,
what do you gain from that?
Like, it's weird because a lot of females be on that, and I know males be on that. That is, males are, again, very different.
Bruh.
And so,
what Drake say? Oh my God, I can't even say. I'm trying not to cuss too much, but I just feel like, and dudes, especially when they have female friends, they be so quick to tell they dudes about what's going on. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Or if they like messing with a girl or something, they be quick to tell they dudes about it, and then just be like, dude, just relax. Just relax. Your friend ain't gotta know everything. Like, and if I'm telling you to keep this on a hush. And next thing you know, Tommy, Nate, Bill, everybody know. Come on now. Come on, man. I told you keep it a hush. But yeah, loyalty is everything though, and like it's important, especially in order to maintain friendships. You gotta know what loyalty is. You gotta stick by it. Like, you know what I mean? Especially like what they be saying, like your day ones and stuff. Like, come on now, like. You just gotta, you calling these people your friend. I just personally, I don't say that lightly. I don't just call anybody my friend. I don't say that lightly, because it's just like, people are really be out here doing you dirty, man, and it's happened multiple times. Yeah. So it's like you gotta be more careful who you let know certain stuff, or who you let into your life, and all that, because people will really take your information and use it to their advantage.
And realizing the differences, like understanding that this person might just be an acquaintance, or your friend, or your best friend,
right? But
make sure you know the difference, because that's how you should treat people, you know. But I think another one would be just respect. And because a lot of friends, like we talked about a little bit earlier, like you're gonna disagree, but you have to understand respect and respecting each other. And even if you do disagree with something, understanding that just have each other's back always, you know, no matter what. Right. Even if I'm gonna let you know that I disagree, but I'm here for you when you make that dumb decision.
Right.
You know?
Even in a situation where, like, you know, you might do something outlandish. You know what I mean? I'm going to always protect you, but as soon as we get back to the crib or where you about to go, I'm about to let you know, like, hey, what you just did was out of pocket. Like, you shouldn't have did that. But in the moment, I'm going to stick up for you, and I'm going to be on your side. You know what I mean? Even right or wrong, but I'm going to just let you know still, like, that wasn't cool at all. Like, nah. How do you feel about, like, friends, like, girls telling, like, their boyfriends, like all what y'all go through and your information and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean? Like, how, like, you know how you can just sit up and, you know, girls will tell their boyfriend, like, would they like, girl, yeah, I mean, yeah, we just went through this and da-da-da and da-da-da. Like, how you feel about that?
So you're talking about me saying something to my boyfriend, like telling him?
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with that. I mean, probably because if I had a boyfriend, my boyfriend is my best friend as well. So we probably all cool, and he probably might say, no, girl, you wrong. Like, you know. So, but again, I think that's different than bad mouthing or like just trying to see, let me figure this out. Let me see what you think.
Right.
You know, but personally for me, I like, if we're close and you're, like I said, my boyfriend will probably be my best friend as well, then I would probably see, but I'm asking for advice. It's not bad mouthing or anything like that. Anything I say to my boyfriend, my mom, my dad, my sisters, I'm gonna say to you as well, you know, so. Yeah. But that's more of respect, I think. But what do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, like, you know, because, you know, sometimes you just need like a second opinion on things. Like, this situation happened and I really don't know if I should say something to her or do this or do that, you know, and I think dudes are actually, you know, when they care, they're really good at giving advice. Like, you know what I mean? They really, I feel like they can be more level-headed about things, and it gives you a different perspective than, you know, because obviously females we can be a little bit irrational, you know, when it comes to dealing with stuff. So I think guys keep us a little bit level-headed, which is why I think it's important for different opposite sex to be friends, because, you know, when a guy is dealing with a female, he can go to his female friend and get advice on it and be like, yeah, man, or even if it's something that's like, I really want to do something really nice for her, what do you think I should do? You know, because a lot of guys aren't really that romantic and can't, which is okay, but like, they just not, you know what I mean? But I feel like as long as they're trying, that's all that matters. Like, you putting the effort in. So, but
Ooh, and I think, you know, some like more of like do's and don'ts is like, don't throw shade. Like,
oh yeah,
I feel like a lot of friends, and I've seen it in my own friend groups and different people's friend groups, like people just throwing shade, and it's just like, why? Like, and I guess for me it's like, but why say it when someone else is around? Like, why couldn't you say it to me? Or you know, instead of like just throwing the shade, like. And I think girls do that, and boys do it too.
Yeah, they act different with
act different around other friends.
Or when guys come around, they want to act like they like, girl, sit down. But yeah, I don't like that at all. Like, I don't like girls who like, like, we would probably like talk mess to each other, stuff like that. But like, for you to just be sitting up in my face all day, just like saying something negative about me, like, even if you are playing, like, I just don't play like that. Like,
ooh, yes, being mean.
Yeah, like,
boys are mean to each other.
Yeah, like,
boys are mean to each other. Girls
don't do that. Mm-hmm. Girls do be mean to each other though. Like, just saying little, because I know I've had friends like that. Like, girl, like, just dogging you, like, you know, exactly throwing shade, and it's just like, I'm only here to uplift my friends. I'm never about to just sit here and just say all these negative things about you, like, playing or not. Like, girl, just. No, I'm only here to uplift. I ain't about to say nothing negative. And I don't like that. I can't have friends like that. Like, just talking. And then that's another thing. Ooh, I don't like friends who just want to gossip all day. Oh my God. So annoying. I'm not about to just sit up here and spend 20, 30 minutes of my day talking about another female. Like, I'm just not about to do that. Yeah. For what? Like, there's no point. Just
because that entertains you, that does not mean it entertains me.
Exactly. Like, I listen to you, but I ain't about to join in with you, and especially if, you know, you just I don't even know who this person is that I'm even sitting up here talking about. Right. I don't know what their situation is, what they got going on, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just a waste of time. It's not productive. It's not, like, it's so much other things we could be doing than sitting up here gossiping.
Yeah, and I think that's important too, like what you said about uplifting each other. And I think that's how you know who's a friend and who's your best friend. It's about how you both build each other up. Like, understanding when maybe you aren't being a good friend, and not even in the terms of doing something bad, but like, oh, I'm sorry, because I should have told you that was wrong or something. Like, making sure we're building each other up, making sure, being, uplifting,
I thought about something else that I would like end a friendship over it. If I have a female friend who like has no like goals, no aspirations, no strive to do anything positive with their life, just sitting up smoking weed all day, like that's not a thing. I don't want people around me in my circle that has nothing going on for their life, you know what I mean? And even if it don't even have to be something like that you're doing right at that moment, but as long as you have plans, like you're trying to do something with your life, that's good too. But for you're just doing that, like, because no, like I'm going to the next level. I'm going to continue to rise. I don't need time. I don't have time for friends who's going to stay on the same level, doing the same things, staying in the same area.
Yeah, and for me, I would say that's probably more of my best friend, because I do not agree with the saying of people always be like, if your friend do that, you do that too. Or, because how boys used to say that. And
birds of a feather do not flock together.
Like, that's not true. Like, I can be friends with somebody, and we've had that in our own friend. There's a lot of things that Michelle would do that I would never do, and vice versa. Like, that's just who we are, and that's okay. But I just really don't like that when people say that, like, oh, they do that, so you, like, that's not true.
No, that's just that just made me think, unrelated, but just how everybody just like starting a business now, and everybody just think you're just supposed to start the business too. I don't want to start no business. It's all over social media. Everybody like, yeah, everybody's starting a business. Why you ain't starting a business? No, that's not me. That's not what I want to do. Just because everybody else starting a business don't mean I got to. Like, that's annoying. I don't know. Because I just feel like it's been more prevalent. Like, more people have been like starting businesses and all sort of stuff. Like, good for y'all.
But speaking of that, I think personally for us, Michelle and I decided, to do this podcast, and like with all the support and everything we're getting, I think I'm seeing who my friends really are.
Ooh,
because regardless if someone, I have a few friends that have started businesses, and I'll repost this, I'll say congratulations, I'll say like I'm supporting for you, I'm rooting for you. But then I have people, when we decided to do something like this, I've had some friends that I thought were very close to me that didn't say one word about it. And so, and then I've also had some of my friends that I had a long time ago reach out to me as well.
Yeah.
And so that was very interesting, but it makes you really see like who you think, who's a friend, because friends should support you.
So exactly, supporting, like, you got to support your friends with all their endeavors, you know what I mean? And if they got a business, man, pay full price. Don't be out here trying to get discounts and all that other stuff. Just don't do that. That's just not cool. But like, back to what she said, like, it definitely was an eye-opener for me, because I'm like, okay, I ain't about to speak on too much, but I expected more from y'all, you know what I mean? For y'all to be considering me y'all friend, not even supporting this new thing that I'm doing in my life. It's just kind of like, but you just got to take it with a grain of salt and just be like, I see how it is now. I got to demote you now. Probably from friend to acquaintance.
Right. Really mapping it out.
Yeah, like, nah.
Like, no, you're not my friend anymore. I thought we were friends.
I thought. Especially because I feel like for me, it has been friends that have started. I've had friends that started business, and I have been, like you said, been reposting their stuff, and it's just not reciprocated. And I'm like, I'm about to be like, okay, well, I'm going to stop posting your stuff.
Yeah.
And like,
no, really,
I'm not about to do that. Like, and that's another thing, the reciprocation. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
with everything in life, reciprocation is just important.
You got to. That's how you maintain a healthy friendship, relationship, everything. It has to be 50-50. Like, it don't even, 52-48. It ain't gonna work. Like, it has to be there.
Yeah. Because, if it's not, you're just you're giving too much.
Yeah.
You're just giving too much for no
too
reason.
Much exactly. Now you losing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But how do you feel about, like, do you think there should be, like, a certain number of friends that you should have? Or do you think too much is too many? Like,
I personally, and so you talked about your background a little bit. I'll talk about mine. With friends, yeah. So I feel like when I first started going to school and everything, I was having like some very close friends, and I met friends that I've known to this day, and I was close with boys, but for me, then I started switching schools a lot. And so then I was bouncing from friends and friends. And when we were younger, I didn't have a cell phone then, like, you know, and I know my parents like to always say, like, Liz, you got new friends every month. But for me, my always responses to that, like, every single friend I've ever had, like, I genuinely can say that I have never done wrong. You know what I'm saying? If we stopped talking, it was probably because we physically just separated. Like, I have friends to this day that I know that I will always hold in my heart, but like we just made different choices in life and we separated.
And that's okay. I mean, that's normal. Like, your friends, y'all can drift apart. Like, y'all on two different...
You got different goals and
like,
stuff in life.
And that's fine. Everybody ain't meant to be in your life forever, but yeah.
And then I've had friends that just stopped talking to me in high school and stuff, and that was weird. Again, but that's how you see people move and how people were raised. You know, you're just like, okay. And then, and I've also had friends that I've had for years. And so it's just like, friends, I do think friends do come and go because we're still all figuring out life here. And you will maybe find a friend and you will have different goals and stuff, and you might need to go separate ways. Right. And so, but also my defense to having, you know, multiple friends is that you're not going to be my friend if you did me wrong. I'm very quick to kind of cut people off, especially when it comes to friends, because I value friendships so much. And so, and especially when I feel like it's not reciprocated or you're not giving as much effort as I am, you know, or if I have a problem that is just something I didn't like,
move on from it. So.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, it ain't gotta be no black blood type of thing. It's just like I ain't even trying to.
Just don't want to be
your friend no more.
Yeah, because obviously that's some type of negativity in my life, and for me, I love to live a positive life, so. I don't want nothing bringing me down. So, and if, especially someone, a friend, is as much as I value that, no. I just can't. But I think, friends is crazy. It's like so much could just go into friends with friendships and everything. Yeah. They're hard to figure out. It's hard to figure out who's very genuine. Yeah. Especially when it comes to having opposite sex friends, boys especially. You don't know if they trying to do or you don't know if they just trying to be cool. You don't know. And you won't know until you have to, unless, you know, when you're being direct, you have to, because, and I think a lot of people just don't know how to be friends today. And, you know, with society, talking about society a little bit and what you see on social media, like, seeing what people go through, what I've been through with certain friends, like, you would just never think that stuff could happen. But seeing that people just move so different now, and everybody's just so different, and we're raised different, like...
You gotta find friends on your same frequency, because if they're not, it just ain't gonna click, you know what I mean? And friends are a lot like relationships, you know what I mean? They are, you know, you fight like a relationship, you make up like a relationship. So it's just like, you got to make sure you got the right people in your circle, man, because it could not having the right people around you could really affect your life, you know. If you're having better, positive people around you, you're going to be more positive, you know.
You'll make better decisions of life if they're responsible as well as you know.
And people who are real with you, who are honest with you, like, who don't want to have you out here looking crazy, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know how we'd be like, you'll see a girl and I'd just be like, why her friend let her come outside like this? Like, Like, no, you gotta make sure if your friend, her weave looking a little tight, her, you know, even with y'all males, if his shirt looking a little, you know, messed up or something, like, tell them, please. Don't have them out here looking crazy, because like I said, it's such like a relationship. Just like how your boyfriend reflects you, your friends reflect you. If you out here walking around with your friend looking crazy, I'm gonna look at you crazy. Even if you look good, I'm still gonna look at you crazy because you let your friend walk outside like that. You know what I mean?
And that's also why people think everybody is similar, because people think like that too. And it's just like, yeah, but at the same time, that's a moral for me. I'm not responsible for my friend at the end of the day. Like, I can give my friend advice, I can try to put my friend in the best position, but that
brings up,
can't control what my friend does.
How do you feel about your friend dealing with that ain't shit dude, keep going back to him all the time?
Well, I'm usually that culprit. I do that, so I'm the friend that I should ask you that because I am that friend.
No, for real. I just be like, honestly, like, it's never a judging type of thing, man. It's never that. Like, I am never gonna judge you. I'm gonna be like, girl, please leave this dude alone. Like, I will tell you over and over again. But anytime you call crying, I'm gonna be there. Like, I ain't never gonna make it seem like I'm getting irritated with you because, at the end of the day, like you say, I'm not responsible for you. Mm-hmm. These are the choices that you decided to make. You're a grown woman. If you decide you're going to learn regardless. You know what I mean? You're going to eventually learn. And sometimes you just got to let people take their course because, they'll figure it out eventually, But whenever you need that shoulder to cry on, I'll be there. But I'll definitely let you know, like, you got to let this dude go. But she'll tell me, like, I just texted him, and I'll be like, oh, God. What you say, girl? Give me the deets.
Right. Like, well, what happened? But it's funny because I do that, but I agree. If someone did that to me, and you've done it before as well, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, what aren't you getting? Yeah. But again, we support each other though. At the end of the day, like, girl, you need me to drop you off? Right. Like, what you need to do, what we gotta do.
You going over there tonight, let me know when you get there.
Like, just let me know. But you probably shouldn't be going, but have a good time. Yeah. But, because but at the end of the day, we are all people. We all have responsibility, and I'm not responsible of you. Like, you are a grown woman, you are a grown man. I'm not responsible of you. Like, I'm not your mother, I'm not your girlfriend, I'm not your boyfriend. Like, it's just like people, and that's a level of respect.
Man. Once you get on that level with somebody and you love them so much, it takes a lot of strength to walk away. You know what I mean? And that just comes with learning and appreciating yourself a little bit more, to know that you don't deserve to go through that. You know what I mean? Like, that's, you got to have that mindset like, hey, this dude is just, or this girl, is just really not it for me. Like,
and that's all about your own mental health and your own, and that's why I agreed to give advice. But at the end of the day, that's that person's own issues, like with their own insecurities or just whatever they're going through in life. Like,
I think it's interesting though, like, I feel like with dudes, like, if a dude was to have like a girl and the girl would cheat on him and then the dude go back, everybody looking at the dude crazy. Like, everybody's judging him so bad, like, oh, you was sick, bro, why you gonna go back to that girl because you just died? Like, it's the same thing. Girls do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Girls do it all the time.
But boys, she's stupid. Like, she keep going back to him. Boys will say it as well, though.
Yeah, they will.
They're like, this is a clown, everybody.
Bruh.
Clown.
Like, dude, y'all know y'all all be doing it. Just shut up.
Everybody
does it. At some point in their life. I've done it. Thank God I'm at the point where I'm quick to cut a dude off. You know what I mean? Like, if you about to be on that, if you about to show me something, or I can take the hint. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I might try to pursue you a little bit, but if it's really just not going, I'm gonna be like, okay, let me just take a step back. It's not, and I'm just true believer in everything happens for a reason. So, like, if something happens, it ain't meant to be. It's not.
And with friends as well, like, you never know, but trying to just make sure a friend is just someone that you can relate with, that'll support you, and is just as who you are, being genuine,
Yeah.
And if you have a genuine friend, life could be great and very positive, you know. But friends it's all over the place. It's so much you could get into. There's so many different categories that you could talk about with friends.
Talk about it forever.
We could go on, but we're going to end it here. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Yes. And if you have any questions or just comments, anything you agreed or disagreed, please don't be afraid to comment or DM us on any social media. We have Twitter, Instagram, and even Facebook. So please make sure you support and subscribe and continue watching and supporting us. We appreciate it all. And thank you for watching.
Thank you guys so much.